Hello guys, it's Lex, and in today's video, yes, it will be a little different from the other ones, but today I'm going to be showing you the 9 most common mistakes when beginning calligraphy. Number 1 is definitely the most common mistake, and it is comparison. Comparison is when, on social media mostly, when someone looks at another person's artwork or anything and just compares themselves to them. And this isn't healthy and definitely not good for you and your practice, so you just always have to remember that it may be different and your style may be different, but they're both going to be great. And number 2, this is probably the second most important, but it takes a lot of practice. Personally, I took about 1.5 to 2 years to really master or get used to calligraphy, and yes, it's long, but it's definitely worth it. The pros are that it's a unique, fun, and relaxing talent, but the cons are it's frustrating and very difficult, but once you get through that, you'll be fine. Number 3 is that nice pens will not mean amazing handwriting, and I mean, they will help and the quality of the writing will be good, but it's not going to change your handwriting overnight. Back to number 2, it takes a lot of practice. And just because you have nice pens doesn't mean your calligraphy will be extraordinary and amazing. So I wouldn't buy very expensive pens thinking that it's going to make your handwriting amazing. But yes, it will help, but it's not going to change your actual writing and the way you style it and all of that. It may make it a little easier, but it will not make it amazing. Alright, number 4 is positioning. Positioning of the paper. The paper, you do not want to write with your calligraphy straight on, because when you write straight on, it'll either mess up your pen, and your work it's not going to look as great as it would if your paper was tilted to the side. If you're right-handed, you tilt it more to the right side, and if you're left-handed, you tilt it up to the left side. And as you can see, normal handwriting for most people, personally I don't write, I still slant my paper when I'm writing normal, but you don't want your calligraphy to be, or any writing honestly, to be tilted to the side, because that's what will be most comfortable when you're writing. You want it to be straight on the paper, and so if you change the angle of the paper, you don't have to change the angle of your hand, which will make it a lot more comfortable. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, so number 5, which is lifting the pen, is another key part of calligraphy. When you're writing, you want to make sure that you lift the pen after every, basically segment of the word that you're writing. I don't know if that makes sense, but here I'm showing you with different colors, just when you don't want to write it all in one hand, because your hand it won't move that well, and it's just so much easier to do it this way, and your lettering turns out so much better. Trust me, because if you don't lift the pen, it might start to hurt your hand after a while, and it'll just be a lot harder. Okay, so number 6 is another important part. These are all really important, but I don't know. Number 6 is slowing down. Here I'm showing you my normal speed, and yes, it is very, very slow, I know. But that just shows that just because the other social media clips and videos seem faster, I promise you they're all probably sped up. So by going slow, it will affect and make your writing a lot neater and better, but this really makes a big impact on your lettering. If you try to go really fast, it will be a little sloppy, and just like number 5, if you lift the pen, it does take a lot more time, but it really, really helps your writing and the quality Okay, so number 7 is holding the pen at an angle. You have to hold the paper at an angle, but you also have to hold your pen at an angle too, because as I'm showing you here in the red circle, I am not holding my pen at the angle, and in the green circle, I am. I don't know, but writing at an angle, for me at least, it's a lot more comfortable and it really affects the quality of my hand lettering. Not to mention, when you write straight on, it also really ruins the brush tip. And you do not want that to happen, because as I will tell you in number 8, the next one, you really do not want to write with frayed brush tips. So number 8 is do not use frayed brush tips. Trust me, guys. I know that you may want to keep it, but do not use it because, you can to practice, but if you're doing something for a presentation or I don't know, you want this to be the final copy, do not use a frayed brush tip, because you'll see these streaky lines and you won't be able to get that really thin upper stroke. And as you can see on my Limon pen, it's pretty old and it's very frayed, but on my Tombow it is better quality and it's not frayed, it's smooth, but I don't know. But I don't know if you guys can see, but on the Limon you can see little streaks, and then on the Tombow it's very smooth. Overall, the Tombows are very smooth, however a little shaky, but that's just because the tip is very thick. And the Limon are frayed, streaky, but they're also old and they're harder to control and get thinner lines. Alright, so number 9 kind of sums everything up. It is patience. You have to have patience in order to do calligraphy. It goes with number 6 and number 2, because number 6 you have to go slow, and number 2 you just have to practice. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to practice. And you've probably heard that before, and I've probably told you that before, but you have to practice no matter what. That's really, if you practice, you'll be phenomenal. Just trust me. It may take a while, but it'll be worth it. Like I said before, calligraphy is a very unique skill to have, and if you have that talent, and you can really stick out, and trust me, it's really fun to be able to just write like that, and it comes in handy with projects and stuff like that, because I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do for my title and things like that. It's just overall very helpful. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye!